How do we beat it? How do we win?
I don't know.
You don't remember? Actually?
Actually, I don't remember.
Okay. So the reason we keep struggling with jazz, right, is you've decided already you don't want to do it, and you have no patience for any kind of mistakes, right? That's what's killing you. And then from there, then we kind of have this breakdown. You start getting frustrated. As you get frustrated, you start making more mistakes, and it just spirals out of control, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we approach it like something that's tough, but it's doable, and in the end it will be fun. You've seen little glimmers of that, right? Where it looks like it's fun. You've told me. It's worth it. So we got to push through it, okay? I don't want to keep having to have these kinds of talks, right? Okay. So, in fact, the better attitude you have and the quicker we get through jazz, the quicker we get to AAR. How's that for a deal? Does that sound fair?
We've done 1 and 2, so we have to get through like halfway through the page.
Well, let's see how it goes. Okay. So we're still just reviewing. I'm waiting for your. Oh, we're here. I'm waiting for your soccer to be over to really dive deep into this stuff. Okay. So we don't need to worry about finishing the whole thing.
This Saturday, soccer's over.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll still we'll take it easy today. We're not going to try to get through this whole thing in one day. Okay. Mostly just review what we have worked on.
Like
and then
a little over half to there.
Yeah, I would say.
These are the ones that actually gave me trouble. I figured them out, and I couldn't.
Yeah, and I know that you can figure them out, which is part of the trouble, right? Is that you can do it, just somehow you tend to work it in your head that you don't know. But, oh, before I forget, also, this is yours, right?
Yep.
I thought I left that.
I found it. It had, like, I guess fallen off of that floor tom, and it was under there. Okay. So, you want to do a warm-up? Or have you already been playing today?
I played a little, so let's just jump in.
Okay, works for me. All right, let's get into it then. So, winning attitude, right? Even if you're making mistakes is all part of the process, right? Nothing to get beat up about. You just jump back in if you make mistakes. All right? So, take a look at the first line and work it out. Think about the letters, jazz letters, right?
Sing it, dude. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, you can tap it out, you can sing it, you can count it, however it works. I can turn the metronome on, I can leave it off, but get it in your head first. Okay? So, what are each of the letters individually? What is this?
Rima.
Good.
Bop, bop. Doobity bop.
Good.
Rima. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Roof part crash.
Nice. See? You're getting quick. Getting quick at the letter reading. So, can we do that first line? With or without Met?
With.
Is this all the way up? Yeah, it is. You want me to count you in or you want to go? Super close. Nice. Run it again. Good job. There it is. Nice. With the metronome. Good job. So, if you want, you can put something there to help keep time, right? I have setup written there. Ba, 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 do, ba, do, ba, ba, ba. So I do that. You could also just ding the ride on 4 if that were to help. Ba, 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 do, ba, ding, ba. So whatever works, right? Because the idea is we don't want to totally drop time. All right, but that was good. That was good. I was happy with that. All right, how about this one? Let's think about the letters. So that is
Crash.
good.
Doobie-doo-bah.
Okay, just a bunch of empty time, right? And then
Actually,
rest.
it's doobie. I think it's
That's
because it comes over that.
oh yeah, dooba dooba. Oh, with a crash. Yeah, because it's a long note. So I agree. And then this is just bop.
On the rest, I think I'm gonna do.
Idea. Good idea. Good idea. So putting a bass drum there preps the band for that note. Good. It counts as your setup.
I just realized this is brass. This is not drums.
That's basically what reading jazz drum charts is you're kind of reading brass parts but with slashes. like these.
Here we go, bub. You got this.
All right. First line went real good, dude. And see, when you made one little mistake at the end, you shook it off, you jumped right back in, and boom, it was done, right? Easy peasy. The better you can do that, the faster we're going to get through all this stuff. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the second line. Nice. Good job. Yeah. I think if I were to get a little bit nitpicky, be careful not to be so late on that turns into more of a beat one, that stays on the upbeat there. But that's being real nitpicky, right? Otherwise, it was very good. Now, put them both together. You nailed that one. We just got to put them together, right?
We
So
have
the
to
only
put
thing-
that together with these.
Eventually,
Not now. Not today.
we'll work it out. We'll see how it goes, okay? The only difference between playing them both individually is that you crashed on one here, but it's going to actually be the end of one. Or the end of four, I mean. That's going to be the only difference.
I'll try it.
Okay? Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four, one, bop, bark, bark. So
Okay,
we just got to keep time in there, right? 1, 2, ready, go. Well, that one was better actually. You didn't wait quite so long on it that time. So you actually did hit it more anticipated. Good. Yep. You didn't lose track of time in here, and you didn't lose track of time in here, which is that's probably going to be where most of the mistakes are going to come from, right? It's not actually playing the figures; it's losing track of time when you got to drop them for a sec. Yeah. All right. Good job. See, we can move through this pretty quick when you got a good attitude about it. Here we go. Take a look at line 3. Yeah, so be careful. So this could be tricky, right? So you could look at this as bop, bop, doo da, right? But you could also play bop, doo ba, doo ba. Yeah? And then once you get here, bop on 4, do ba do bop. Yep. Good. Nice, dude. 2. Ready, go. 3, 4. 4 on 1. Yeah. Nice. It's all coming together, dude. Do you want one more of that one, or do you want to try to do 1, 2, 3?
I'm not doing 1, 2, 3 yet, because
So you want to run this one more time and then we'll do it?
no, this and then connect these.
Well,
No, this and then because it's hard.
I
to
think
connect
you can
these.
totally connect all three that you know already.
I've tried to connect these. That one, these were giving me trouble.
okay. Then we'll connect these and then we'll connect. Yeah. Then you're most of the way done. Then when soccer's all done, you got 3 more lines and then boom, you'll be able to do the whole thing. I think once you can do this, I can start actually handing you jazz charts. Because I think, so when I sent Wyatt over to Mr. Macaulay's jazz band in 6th grade, right? He was able to play this, and he jumped up to Mr. Macaulay's jazz A band. Okay? So that means that he was doing better than the other 6th graders and 7th graders just being able to play this, right? So if I give you a jump start on playing some charts and stuff, who knows, right? Plus, I think the other thing is I think you're going to like it a lot more when there's context in the back. Right now, you're playing this dry with no band, but I think when we start playing some of these charts, and especially along with recordings and stuff, I think it's actually going to be pretty fun. I think you're going to enjoy it.
Well,
Okay.
I was thinking we connect these because these are in the brackets or whatever.
Mhm.
Then we connect these, and then maybe at home, since this is the last week of soccer, on Monday and Wednesday, I have time to hopefully just work on connecting these for Dad.
Okay. Well, tell you what, you've had a pretty good attitude, so I want to reward that. All right? So, let's see how this goes, and then we'll make a call from there, okay? So, you played this line correct, which means you know how to play this one, right? So
I
the
didn't
big thing is
play-
you gotta connect them, right?
I didn't play it correct. I missed that.
Oh, you missed a little spot right there?
I
Okay.
missed it.
So how about let's do this until you feel like you've got it, and then we'll try connecting them? Because we don't need to spend time on this other one individually. It's the same thing, right? Are there any differences at all?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's
Because you
exactly
have
the
to
same.
go 4.
Yep. Okay, you ready? Nice.
I connected them, and
It was all there?
Yeah.
Nice. That's it. So you have done, and so the only thing is if you could connect that to that, which I don't think is
go
too
from
hard,
here
right?
to here.
Boom, bop, a rough bark, bark, crash, bop, a Roomba. That's it. Bop, a Roomba. That's the
Yeah.
only thing. Other than that, you've already connected these, you've already connected these. That would just be the one connector that you would need, and you're basically good to go.
Dad, now work on that.
How about, since you're on a roll right now, and we've got plenty of time because I didn't have to stop and talk to you about attitude, let's try it once or twice. You might get it right away, and you never know, right? Then in that case, you can hone it at home, and you can start at least looking at these. Yeah? So, let's try it. Let's just see what happens. Nice.
I missed it.
You just missed the very end. You nailed boom, boom, boom.
There.
Yeah, you got all the way to the very end.
And then I forgot.
Wow, wow, wow. That was good, dude.
That was the first
There was
time.
also, I know. There was something in here that was kind of weird. Oh, you hit like a crash on that one, and then you were like, you just jump back in and you just jump right back on the train. Awesome. I love seeing that. I don't need it to be perfect. I need you to fix mistakes as quick as you can. That's what you did. Good job. Good. Let's run it again. That was great. I think you can do it. Yeah, you're killing it, dude. wobble a lot, but you hung in there.
I wobble.
Good. Good. I don't care if you wobble a little bit. You hung in there. Nice. You didn't let it knock you off. All right. I'm happy with that. What do you think?
You're starting to get a little swagger when you play now.
Yeah. You're starting to kind of feel it a little bit, huh? Maybe it's a little bit fun. Maybe that's going a little far, huh? It sounds good. You can listen back to the recording. It's going to sound good.
I will.
Yeah.
Dad, remind me to. It's on video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that's really cool. Especially what's going to happen, too, that's really going to feel cool, is once you can play this whole thing, and then you speed it up, and you start ripping this out at like 160, maybe closer to 200. Starting to sound really cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I think the thing that you're going to like about it, right? Who's the star in a jazz band? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think I know something different for. Was it Miles Davis or something?
Well,
Isn't he the famous guy?
I mean, sure. But
He
when
plays
you,
the horn.
in particular, when you have jazz big bands, the drummer, they tend to put him
Yeah.
right in the middle instead of way in the back.
I've been in the middle.
The band will trade solos with the drummer, which is also real fun.
We've done that.
Yeah, we've done that before, right?
We've
That could be
done
fun.
horn rock.
A trumpet will take a solo. And then you go.
I always wonder why jazz songs are so long because they're like.
Because they just solo forever.
300 solos
It's because they just solo
by
forever.
each person, and there's like 300 people, so it's like $90,000 each, like 10 minutes long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
because
so
what they call the head in jazz, which is if you think of like Freddie Freeloader, right?
Don't you mean Frank Sinatra?
Well, I mean,
That's jazz.
we did do "Girl from Ipanema" from that he covered, but I'm talking about when. Do you remember all the way back to Freddie Freeloader?
Yes.
Da, da,
What about Van Morrison?
Yep. Well, that's
That's jazz.
it's not, but it has a jazz flavor, which is why I like to use it right at the beginning because it's still rock, but
No,
at least you get
time.
used to.
It's literally time, jazz time, unison, Phil. It's all the comps and everything.
Yeah,
Jazz.
it works
No rock.
as a
No rock.
good transition, kind of like Santana does for Latin.
Latin? I thought that was Shakira.
Well,
She's a good one too.
that's kind of Latin pop rather than Latin rock.
Man, it's like
I think you might like Santana if you were to listen to some of it.
I've heard Santana.
Mhm.
You've only heard the one song.
No, I've heard many other songs actually because I've heard them playing on the radio.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I'll play
but
Black
anyway,
Magic Woman eventually.
I think that's also a good band to kind of get into the Latin genre because it still is going to sound familiar because you're going to latch onto the rock aspect, and then
I'm gonna play like a rock drummer, which means it's
well,
gonna
yeah,
be
because
loud
it's
and
Latin,
crazy.
it's Latin rock. Well, not. I don't think that's quite the definition.
No, sorry,
Alright.
that's a punk drummer.
Okay, well, tell you what,
You
you had a good attitude and you did well. You got through all four measures, connected it all. So I'm happy to just jump into it now. What do you think? You think you earned it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Now you got me singing jazz songs.
Good.
Good.
No, I want to be singing Paramore,
Good.
not this.
Awesome.
I want to be singing Paramore.
Well,
It's where your money's gonna come right now is jazz.
goodness.
What? I just said I couldn't go crazy, so.
was like, I know it should be in here. Stop you real quick, okay? So let's not. I know you earned it. We're jumping into this quick or whatever, but
It's very loud.
you want me to turn it down?
It's
No,
super
I
loud
like
in
it.
ours.
Okay.
That's why I'm playing it then.
Okay, but we don't need to play it that loud. Yeah? Let's take it easy. Yeah? Play it the way that you're gonna perform it, which is not at quadruple forte. Okay? You want me to leave the volume up?
Turn it. It's super loud in these compared to yours.
Okay. Yeah, because mine it's not super loud.
Mine it's very loud.
Okay.
And then restart it.
Okay. I turned it down a couple clicks.
hit your hand?
But
So, how do you think your volume went?
Wait.
So you did exactly what I asked you not to do.
Well, I
To
wanted
go
to have
quadruple.
fun.
Okay, so that's all fine and everything, right? But we also want to use our time in our lessons efficiently, right? So one of the big things is that we need to eventually learn that you can still have fun and play the drums without
I've learned that.
being a monster.
I learned that. I just don't like it.
Well, eventually we'll get used to it, right? Because it's very important. It's very, very important. When you're playing by yourself all the time,
You get loud.
you do whatever you want because you're by yourself all the time. As soon as you start playing in a band, you're very rarely ever going to be in a band situation where you can play like that.
Punk band.
Even then, you're going to play some bar downtown at some point when you're an adult, the right age. But you're going to play someplace downtown, and the sound guy's going to keep getting on you about turning it down. Pull it back, less.
You can
And
play hard in the music video because him and the drummer in the music video is like
Just the
6 over his
video.
head.
Oh, a lot of that is just showmanship, right? I can play quieter than you, but look like I'm as loud as he is.
How's that possible?
It's just how you move your arms, make it look like you're really slamming on things, but you don't actually have to.
Then what?
I do it in
Explain to
gigs
me
all the
why the
time.
crash just keeps going after it gets hit. Keeps
Because
going
you-
for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Look. Was that super loud?
No, but what he does is it's a small crash and just keeps going.
Okay.
It doesn't stop for a while. Like
Yeah,
3
I get it.
seconds.
But notice there's a difference, right? With my finger right now. Not super loud, and yet you got a lot of motion out of it. If I hit it 5 times harder than that with a stick, it's not going to shake longer. It's not how it works, right? It's the initial attack that's much louder, right? So, it just, I'm trying to save you a lot of pain later, okay? And not
Pain?
physical pain. I'm talking about like growing pains.
Hey.
Going to a venue and having getting into a fight with the sound guy, getting into fights with your band, your band will get eventually someday when you're playing in a band, your band will be very frustrated if you are always too loud.
A lot of my band's actually always louder than me. They're getting mad at me for not being
Well,
loud enough.
then okay, if that happens, but
You'll be the first of everybody.
yeah, let me know if that ever happens because that sounds magical to
If you
me.
want me 1,000.
Almost always.
You want me 10,000.
You're gonna be,
numbers
especially if
times.
you're playing like that, you're gonna be too loud. Yeah? Big venues, I'm maybe approaching that volume, but I don't think I am. Okay?
What about like the Olympic
So-
Stadium?
Okay. we can talk if you get a gig at the Olympic Stadium. All right? So, but for right now, you need to learn what's more reasonable. And you got to be able to enjoy it at that kind of volume. If you've got it all worked into your head that the only time you can have fun playing drums is when you're monstrously loud, you're going to go through sticks like crazy because you're going to break them all the time. You're going to go through cymbals like crazy because you're going to break them all the time. You're going to go through heads. It's going to be more expensive to play, which doesn't matter to you now, but as soon as you start having to pay for everything, then it will be, right? And then it's going to be harder to stay in a band because you're going to go for an audition and they're going to go, that guy can really play, but he's way too loud. And you might not get a gig that would otherwise be a lot of fun or whatever because you can't pull it back.
I can pull it back. Just my mind goes.
Then prove it.
I'm not listening anymore. Bye.
Okay.
My mind leaves.
So you can pull back when you think about it.
Yes.
The problem is that when you get stressed, when your mind is working on something else, when you're working on making something perfect, or it's a song that you don't know that well yet, or whatever, all of your brain power is going to go towards working on this really difficult groove, or this song that you don't really remember that well, or your mind is going in all these different places. Maybe you've gotten to a point where you're starting to throw and do stick tricks and stuff. All of that stuff takes up space in your brain. And then once it hits capacity, it pops on top. And when you pop on top, you either crash or you ditch something. And what is going to be the first thing to go for you every time is going to be your volume. I'll tell you right now. As soon as you're too worried about all these other things going on, you're going to go back to whatever your default volume is, right? And there's something to music where it's more enjoyable the more contours you have in your dynamics. So we had screaming loud or out, basically. So you were super, super mega loud, or, you know, you were kind of doing some light pedal stuff when the drummer wasn't really in, right? So, the reason I'm going so hard on this is because we've had this talk a lot, okay? And you're not paying for it yet because you're in the studio. But if you were playing in a band, it would be very frustrating. If you audition for a band that you really want to play in, I want you to be in that band just as bad as you do. I want you to play in any band that you want to play.
I want to be in a punk band.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, good.
But you're thinking you want to be in a punk band because you want to just be super duper loud.
I mean, in a punk band, you're louder than in a jazz band.
Well, sure.
I want to
Sometimes.
be as loud as I can be in a band, if that'll eventually be
So
one of my normal volumes.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're telling me you want to be in a punk band because of your volume, not because you didn't say because I enjoy the music.
I do.
I do. I know you do. I know you do. But the first thing you said was because I want to be as loud as I possibly can in a band. That's the wrong way to be looking at it. Is what I'm trying to get into your head. Yeah.
Once I have my own band, I'm just gonna start a punk band.
Okay. Great. There's a lot of good punk songs, and I think it could be a lot of fun.
Then you
But-
be loud.
Okay.
Let's see. Dogwood. Is that loud? Yes or no?
It was not that loud.
All right.
When I saw them live,
So,
they were not that loud.
Let's run it again. This time, I want you to play exactly how you think you're going to play in the recording. Okay? So there's a lot of stuff when it gets down really quiet, you were kind of just messing around on your double pedal and stuff. I don't think that's what you're going to do in the actual recording, is it? You're going to be kind of goofing on that while they're trying to sing? Like, that's their moment, right? So we want to stay out of the way, right? And I would like more than 2 dynamics, which is all the way on or off.
I'll have it in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, let's at least have one more dynamic. Okay? So treat it like it's a show now and less like it's the Zane show blowing off steam at home. Yeah?
Okay.
Alright. Here we go. So the big one was that. So first of all, that's not having to play so quiet that it's like stifling, right?
I wasn't that quiet, was I?
No, you weren't that quiet. You could be quieter, but what I'm saying is that at least felt rock punk. That felt loud, but not.
It felt. I was
So let me. Let me put it this way. The first time you played, you were shaking my body so hard it was rattling my vision. The bass drum and the snare drum were hitting so hard it was vibrating up my body and my vision was blurring. That's too much.
Not for
That's
me.
too much always. So it's too much for a band, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not too much for you. Okay, you built up a tolerance to it, I guess, but it's not a useful tolerance because you're not going to be in situations where you have to play like that. So, yeah, that was better though. I think you can still. So this time around, when he came all the way down, you did absolutely nothing, which is good. I think that's better. Yeah, you were doing the stick tricks, right? So that's a solid time to do something like that. You can also do a little bit of, da 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 ring da. Ding,
Just
ding,
to
ding,
make it
ding, ding,
through.
taka, taka, boom. Right? You can do little accent things on your cymbals, right? You want to stay mostly out of the way. Okay? So that would be your compromise. Is you don't have to do exactly nothing, but if you want to give them that space, then yeah, use that time to twirl your stick. That works too. Yeah? Have
I
fun
want to
with
be
it.
able to do it with both hands. I can't do it.
Well, you just got to work at it.
Like
I'm the same way.
one finger
I can spin both in my right. I can do this one, and I can do this one,
I can't
but
do the
I
second.
can't do it in my left hand.
I just caught my
God.
stick like I just caught my stick like this.
Like I can do a little bit in my left hand.
You can do
It's not-
better than me.
Yeah.
It's like
I just don't practice it.
I,
So, as far as flips, I do flips with both
yeah,
hands,
but
but I don't do spins in my left hand.
when I do spins, I actually have to stay far back on the stick because that's my bounce.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's a little bit higher up. I'm about here.
You're using my jazz. All I can do is this.
Well, that's part of it. Yeah. If you want to be able to do it in both hands, you just have to work it in your left hand. And also understand that it's going to take longer to learn it in your left hand than it did your right hand. Right? Because it's your left hand. So.
Oh, I feel like I'm almost spinning it like the finger one you do. How do you do that?
Which one?
Don't worry about that one yet, dude. Let's
Oh,
worry
it-
about the songs first.
This one? I don't ever recommend that one to any of my students. Because it took forever to learn, and it's way more dangerous, and the audience can't tell the difference between this and this. In
Well,
fact, if anything,
can
if
you
you're
slow
facing
it
them
down?
straight up, this looks cooler because of the direction it's spinning. If I do it like this, it's spinning directly at them. It doesn't look as cool as when you see it from the side.
When I see it from
So
this-
if
when I see it
if
from
you're gonna
the
do it like that, I tend to turn it so that the audience can see it, but
front, yeah. Can I see
it's a
that?
lot riskier.
Can I see this from the front? Because I've actually. Yeah, that does look cool.
Mhm.
But it's. How do you even do that trick? Do you just like wobble it?
Hey, Bubs.
I spent a lot of time moving it between my fingers with my other hand until I didn't need my other hand for it anymore.
Well, you only do that through one finger.
What? It's all of my fingers.
I'm. Can you get slower?
But this isn't what we're going to be working on for the rest of today.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
so
some rough spots of your song, and you're recording in a week.
Yeah. Okay. So, what parts do you feel best about? Okay. I think that's good too. What else?
That and the.
Chorus? Yeah. I think so. Okay. What spots do you think need a little work? Okay. Yeah.
That odd. It's really odd.
So,
Let's just listen.
I want to take a listen.
And even
Oh, I don't need to start from the beginning.
It's right here.
So the accents. That last one's a little bit tricky because you have to not do that last accent and then get the.
Yeah, there's a part in here where at the beginning.
You have this part. Where he does the 16th note run, and he also plays the toms in the middle of it.
Yeah, cause
So, second verse you said?
Second verse. It's gonna be right here.
but it's
You go high and then low.
So you don't have to. Especially what I saw you doing was I saw you doing this cross thing.
Yeah, 'cause
You don't really have to worry about that, right? So the hi-hat, he's got it kind of worked out one way or another. In fact, one of the things I'm interested to see, I'd like to see somebody's take on this. Somebody who's actually taken the time to study what's going on here.
See, there's a girl that did it really well, and
there's
she
a
just
guy-
It's just all 16th notes on the hat,
Did it good.
and then he just throws his hands down on the tom at that point.
Let's see.
Because he figured out that funky end.
Well,
That's a guy.
he's gonna embellish a lot.
You know him? Oh, that's her.
Okay.
That's the one who did it really well.
Okay. Well, we can try a couple different ones. You're not going to get much from Cooper, so I'm thinking maybe we can try this guy, see if he does a lot of embellishments, and we can try her. If you've listened to her already, then I want to try this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. This is no problem, right? Too far.
This isn't the part.
It's coming up right after here.
Yeah.
No, that's not the part.
That was the part right there.
That was with the toms. So it is what I told you before. So hold on. Okay. So the big thing is that by trying to do these extra, it's more or less a linear groove. Okay, minus your bass drum. Your bass drum is just
Yeah.
here. So, but everything that you're playing So what you have to do then is you have to work out where the accents are and then orchestrate it. Okay? So I'm going to teach you the way that I do that. And what you're recording this in how long?
The 24th is his deadline. I think it's next Thursday.
Oh, that's next Thursday. Oh, sheesh.
We can push it back to the weekend.
Hold on. Okay. So I wanted to use this as kind of a teaching opportunity, but I'm not sure we have time for it. Okay. So I guess I'll explain it at least. The way that I normally do these things. So your dad has seen it because I've done it when I'm working with him, right? So if there's something very specific that he's wanting, or he's wanting accents in a certain way, right? You can actually write it out. Right? You can write those things, and then what happens is then you can orchestrate it, right? So I'm gonna do a quick jot down here real quick.
I'm gonna have him pack it because we got a 5 o'clock practice tonight.
Oh, if we
you're
don't...
good. No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. I'm just gonna hand it to him while he's listening.
Let me do my own headphones this time.
Don't yank it so tight, dude.
I did it! I'm on the wrong part, albeit, but... Did you unplug it? No, you did not.
No. Okay. So since you do have to run, this is what you're going to have to do at home, right? Figure out where the accents are and plug in the rest, right? Here's the bass drum, right? So then, the first accent isn't on 1, is it? Or is it da?
1, 2.
Let me... Da.
He's got an 8-piece. I think.
So, I listened to it. I wrote out 16ths, and I listened to where the accents are, okay? I would have done this a lot cleaner if we had more time, but because in the interest of time, I didn't have time to change it. I had accents this way or snare drum, accents the other way or toms, okay? 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So then all that means is you just have to orchestrate that. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1. It's all right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, all the way across, right? I can get you a better angle.
Of course, my phone shadow's always right there, but good enough. That's perfect.
So it's all right, left, right, left, right, left. So you just have to work out where this goes, okay? So the first 2 are snare drums. That's going to be your high tom. That's a snare drum again. That's your floor tom, and 2 more snare drums, okay? Right, left, right, left, right, left. And what's going to happen is that once you work it out slowly and you get it faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, it's going to feel way better than this crisscross kind of thing that you're trying to jam in there and make it work. It's going to feel pretty organic because you're just doing right, left, right, left, right, left all over the place. Okay? This is a good The very first fill I ever learned, I think I showed it to you one time. It was a disturbed fill.
That's the first fill you learned.
That was like the first big metal fill that I like sat down and I wrote out every note for, and it allowed me to play it clean and to know exactly what I was doing, right? The more that you hear this kind of stuff, the quicker you get at these kinds of things. But this is a good strategy. You have the theory to do this, right? So if there's another section later on or earlier on or whatever that does the same thing, but maybe the accents are a little bit different, you can do exactly the same thing. You can write out all the 16ths, put in the accents on where they go, right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and And if you know where they are, you can put them, and then all you got to do is read. And you know how to read, right?
No way. Zane knows how to read?
Yeah, how about that? It's like all that stuff that we've been working on, it matters.